I am very, very happy with the speech that was given without session. In fact, that would have been a very sounds good because she have shown to us ideally what the media does. But the question here is that not the ideal role of media, but what's the status quo? What is happening to the Philippines right now? Is that media ideal figure of media what is really happening? I am here to establish now that 2 points. First is to establish the media and what is happening today is not that ideal as she has stated. Second is that the role of the government into relief operations as being the highest institution of the land. First, before I proceed, I would like to go to Maria Baco's speeches. They have said that the media is helping the government by giving information. But, Madam Chairman of this House, there are media rivalry and there are media inconsistencies. If this figure says that there are 3 people dead and that figure says that means that there are 10 people dead, how are they able to help the government by just giving confusions? They're actually delaying such by the confusion itself. It's simple logic, ladies and gentlemen. Next.
Point, sir.
I take your point later, and then it takes also confusion, and it gives the next is that you are if you are saying that the media is indeed helping the government and uplifting the government, and you're saying is that yes, the government has actually their own intelligence and actually have their own sources of those facts, and the government is not that dumb to know how or to reach out to various people. That is why we have established a very big single institution that we will unify relief operations so that there will be unity and there will be coherence and there will be order. But if instead that the media exposes things with this over-sensationalizing of emotions, over-sensationalizing these things, and even though the media does not intentionally over-sensationalize things, the people now, the impact to the people is that it is different. Even though that's not their intention, the impact to the people now is that, I'm scared, etc., etc. And that scare and that emotionally inflicting to those people is what hampers now the government's relief operation. And which is stated by Prime Minister that this, for instance, that fear on private sectors, on the other hand, instead of they being just helping because of media portraying looting and this chaos, etc., and this expose, one after another, this expose fears now these people of just they will do more security, they will search more people, they will search more, there are a lot of that will make complicated process for the relief operation. Hence, it will now again hamper now the relief operation. Hence, it is also counterproductive. Simple logic again, ladies and gentlemen. Next is that I will establish now the government as my real role here, and will establish now the government's role on being the institutionalized sector that will do these relief operations. Why is that we have a government? We have a government to protect the people, to serve the people, and whatever is written in the Constitution. But we have the government so that the people now will be unified. And in terms of calamities, the government is the primary and the most importantly the foundation of all supports, because what is media is offering right now? Okay, we are dealing with we help relief operations, scan goods. But at the end of the day, it's the government who will do the long-term help now to the people, to the relief, not just relief goods. People will not live for his 45 years of just receiving canned goods and 6 bags of rice. They need long-term help. And this is the role of the government. And if the media is hampering now the productivity of the government, as it was stated by my very own Prime Minister, they are actually at the start. The government can't gear up. The government cannot take its momentum of leading towards further productivity. I'll take your point later. Next is that as we have seen, what is the status quo right now? And the next thing about what I'm talking about is local government units. Local government unit as a part of the government is very, very important. Why? Because they are the one who's immediately knowing what has happened. It's most especially in the case of Yolanda, they know what has happened that, and they have the control over that. But the thing is that what had happened, even the local government unit, even the police now, and other parts of the local governments, and the government itself is injured, meaning that the branch is injured, and if and if this is endured, coupled now with media interference, although I'm not saying that media interference is bad, but the context of the status quo stays up. Then the media interference is bad. Then what we're doing, we're not just lessening, but we're doubling now the hamper or the wall barrier between towards future progress or recovery from the catastrophe. Right? Next is that. Okay, make your point.
You mentioned about creating walls and creating barriers
Sorry?
and everything. But are you conceding to the fact that media also plays an important role to build bridges between the community?
Yes, I believe. That is why I have stated that the Prime Minister have stated that the media, yes, that model is idealistic. But what I am stating here as a while ago is that is what not happening. That is not what is happening to the Philippines right now. Yes, the media is indeed a part role, but what you can see here that there are different kinds of big facts and figures, and this causes confusion. Also, the intention of the media is to uplift them, but they still cause confusion. Take for instance that instead of they focusing to the rivalry of CNN and Corinne Sanchez, it gives birth to more issues. Hence, more issues, more problems, it will lessen or it will hamper the productivity of the government's relief effort. And with everything that I've stated, I believe that we have stated our plan, and we have stated our case, and we rest in peace.
Thank you, Deputy Prime. That was 6 minutes and 30